Are you looking for the best Microsoft Surface? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best Microsoft Surface on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Surface Laptop 4. The Surface Laptop 4 is a cautious upgrade over its predecessor, but there are still a few reasons to buy it over the Surface Laptop 3. The big one here is processor. You can now choose between Intel's latest and powerful AMD Ryzen chips across both 13.5 inches and 15 inches models. These chips deliver a significant improvement to power efficiency, and it shows. Battery life is very solid, even when playing 4K videos. Many of the reasons why the Laptop 3 was so good still apply. The displays offer a compelling viewing experience, continuing to support touch and pen input. There's also a solid keyboard and lightweight, premium design. However, it's not perfect. This tried and tested design could do with a refresh, while noisy fans regularly kick in during everyday use. It can also get expensive, particularly if you need. Despite these shortcomings, the Surface Laptop 4 still offers the best traditional laptop experience if you're set on Microsoft hardware. At number 2. Surface Laptop Studio. Microsoft took a risk in ditching the popular Surface Book design for a very different form factor, but the Surface Laptop Studio gets plenty of things right. A gorgeous 120Hz display is housed within some slim bezels, although there's still room for an excellent webcam and IR sensor for Windows Hello Face Unlock. The screen's refresh rate is adaptive, meaning it can dynamically adjust to help prolong the excellent battery life. You also get solid performance from 11th Gen Intel chips and an RTX 3050 Ti GPU on more expensive models. But whether you buy this laptop will come down to the 3-in-1 functionality. The device works well as a traditional laptop and with the display pulled forward or laid flat, but those are your only options here. Many people may prefer a convertible laptop or tablet with detachable keyboard, especially given the Laptop Studio's high asking price and limited port selection. But in some creative industries or work scenarios, this design really can't be beaten. At number 3. Surface Laptop Go. Considering the success of the Surface Go line, it was perhaps inevitable that Microsoft would release a cheaper clamshell device at some point. The Surface Laptop Go is exactly that, although it doesn't tick all the boxes. The big factor is price, with the poor entry-level specs meaning you'll need to pay significantly more for a model that's worth buying. What's more, the top-spec model tested is closer to premium laptops than the budget market. Battery life is also a concern, with the device struggling to make it through a full working day on a single charge. Nonetheless, there's still plenty to like about the Surface Laptop Go. Performance on the top-spec model I tested is solid, while including a great keyboard and display in such a slimline body is really impressive. The Dolby audio speakers and dual studio mics also make for a great audio experience. There are plenty of laptops that also excel in these areas though, many of which are more affordable. There's definitely a market for a device like the Surface Laptop Go, but the strength of the competition makes this one harder to recommend. You may prefer to wait for the Surface Laptop Go 2, which is expected in 2022. At number 4. Surface Book 3. Despite sporting only minimal upgrades over its predecessor, the Book 3 is a solid final iteration of this unique form factor. The Surface Laptop Studio has now replaced it in Microsoft's lineup. A gorgeous display, excellent keyboard and solid port selection provide the foundation for a great laptop experience. However, performance is seriously mixed. The Book 3 copes just fine in most situations but is a serious letdown when it comes to gaming performance. That wouldn't usually be much of an issue, but Microsoft has specifically advertised its suitability for gaming. That's far from the only drawback, with chunky bezels, mediocre speakers and lack of fingerprint scanner among the most prominent. At this price point, these shortcomings are hard to look beyond. However, if a fully detachable laptop screen appeals to you, this is the device to go for. It'll work with Windows 11 just fine, and remains relatively well future-proofed. At number 5. Surface Laptop 3. The Surface Laptop 3 was a compelling new PC at the time of its launch, and it still holds up well today. As well as 4 distinct finishes, you can also choose between regular metal and soft Alcantara interiors on the 13.5 inches model. A new 15 inches model made its debut here too, and it's the only ones to offer custom AMD Ryzen 5 and 7 chips alongside Intel models. The 13.5 inches variant is limited to Core i5 or i7 processors, although its SSD can be configured up to 1 TB, 15 inches maxes out at 512 GB. USB-C also made its Surface laptop debut here, but power users might struggle with that fact that there's only a single Type-C port and it tops out at USB 3.1, not Thunderbolt 3. The recent release of the Surface Laptop 4 means you can get a great deal on the Laptop 3, although you may prefer to opt for Microsoft's latest device. At number 6. Surface Go 2. The Surface Go 2 is one of the most fun devices Microsoft currently makes, but Windows 10 in this form factor creates a number of trade-offs. It's by far the cheapest Surface PC for consumer, but performance is severely compromised at the entry level. Stepping up to a Core M3 model, but you'll pay significantly more. If that's a step too far, you'll probably be balancing battery life with performance. Microsoft's claimed 10 hours of typical usage is significantly reduced when handling complex tasks or multiple apps simultaneously. Microsoft has increased the display size to 10.5 inches without increasing the total footprint of the device, but it'll take some getting used to if you're familiar with 13 inches or 15 inches devices. Nonetheless, the Go 2 is incredibly thin and light for a Windows 10 PC, and it's also eligible for a free upgrade to Windows 11. The unchanged accessories transform the device into a polished desktop experience, but at over $150/$150 for a type cover and mouse, they represent a significant additional investment. Using the Go 2 as a standalone tablet still shows some of the limitations of Windows 10, and that's unlikely to change by updating to Windows 11.